My name is Haider Nizam and I head the Zoho's Middle East and Africa region. In fact, we see this as an opportunity to help startups because startups are really have a financial crunch. And at Zoho, we have a program called Zoho for Startups, where we give free credits, wallet credits to startups to use the entire Zoho package, 55 plus applications. And whenever they are ready and they are really making money, they start paying to Zoho. And this has worked out really well for us. And this is a global program. And we have a special program in Middle East and Africa region, and which the startups are really appreciating. And we have signed a partnership with a lot of incubators and accelerators, where we are helping startups with all the software and technology solutions so that they can focus on their business. So we have, in the GCC region, the accounting software Zoho Books, right, is tens and thousands of customers in the GCC region. And similarly, in the Africa region, Workplace has tens and thousands of customers. So these two regions, we have these two products are doing extremely good. And we also have partnership with, for example, Dubai Economy and Tourism. The Dubai government, right, is the sole authority to issue trade license for any business you set up in Dubai. So we have exclusive partnership with them as a technology provider. In fact, we have been featured in the trade license of Dubai Economy and Tourism. So you get a trade license from Dubai Economy, and that they have been promoting, use Zoho One for all your software needs. So that is helping us in terms of adoption. And when a new business set up especially in Dubai, they get access to all our 55 plus applications, Zoho One bundle. So that's the kind of adoption what we see, and number of customers what we see in this region. I think we have doubled our employee count from last year. In fact, we have opened 3 more offices in the Middle East and Africa region. Now we have office in UAE, we have office in Saudi, we have office in Egypt, we have office in Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, right? And we have plans to open another 3 offices next year. We are doing extremely good in the Middle East and Africa region. In fact, Middle East and Africa region is the second fastest growing region for us globally, next to India. Right? India, we have a strong presence. Our R&D is in India, but next to India, Middle East and Africa is growing very fast. In fact, I took as a president, 4 years back, when we started the whole Middle East and Africa region, we grew at, our revenue has increased 5 times in the last 4 years, right? So that's a phenomenal growth. Our CAGR, our compound annual growth rate is around 45%, right? In next 5 years, we are looking forward to increase our revenue by 5 times, in next 5 years. That's the kind of a target we are looking at, and we are growing at the same rate. 40 to 50% is what our growth rate, and we are looking forward for the similar year-on-year growth for next 5 years. Zoho is predominantly an R&D driven company. Most of our spending goes back to the R&D. Unlike other tech companies, they spend more on sales and marketing. So that's why we are launching year on year, we are launching new products. We have 55 plus products, and we have a strong investment in the audio video capabilities. We have hundreds of people who have been working for a decade on the audio video technology, right? And you could see that in all our communication and collaboration products like Click or Connect, right, or Zoho Mail. Everything has an audio and video capability inbuilt, and it's a built from ground by Zoho itself. We haven't acquired any companies, right? So that's the kind of investment what we make in R&D. And comes to the investment of regional investment. In fact, we are going to set up a data center soon, in the last mile, in the GCC region, right? We are going to have a data center, and that calls for a multi-million-dollar investment in the region, because we take this market very seriously, and we are investing actually in a couple of data centers globally, new global data centers, and one of the data centers is going to be in the Middle East and Africa region. It's going to be either in Saudi or in UAE. We have been working on it, and both markets are equally important for us, right? And based on the need from the market and customers, we'll be deciding on which market. But if Saudi is first, UAE would be following. If UAE is first, Saudi would be following. So that's the kind of plan we have for the GCC data centers. Now, I could say that it is going to be, if you really look at a 5-year period of investment, because data center is, you have the capex and opex, it's going to be tens of millions, right? So I cannot have an exact budgeting or number, but definitely a very serious investment, right? So we are committed and we want to put the money on the table, and we know that our customer can appreciate this investment. Completely it is invested by Zoho Corporation globally. We are a privately owned company. We don't take any outside funding, and the data center is being funded by our Zoho Corporation. So we have a rural initiative globally started, especially in India. We started in US as well. And in Africa, we are working with a lot of communities, right? We want to have a rural setup. Also, we want to train people in rural and hire people from the rural communities who have been denied a higher education or who don't have access to higher education. We want to train them on technology. Similar thing what we did in India. India, we have something called Zoho schools, where we hire people from very rural background or people who don't have access to higher education. We take them at 16, 17 years, and we pay them stipend, and then we train them for 18 months and we take them into the product. 15% of Zoho's workforce are people who don't have a degree, right? So we want to emulate the same model what we've done in India, and I was part of the team, which we did in India, right? I've been with this organization for the last 25 years. So we want to emulate the same model in Africa region, especially in Africa, and we want to make it's beyond CSR. It is actually win-win. It's a great opportunity for rural people, for local community, and also opportunity for Zoho also, because we can hire from local people who knows the local market, who can serve the local customers, right? So that's what we call it as transnational localism, where we want to be global but yet rooted locally. We hire local people, support customers locally, have local office, right? And serve the customers locally. So that's the kind of model what we're looking at.